Hey everyone, Fezzik here coming at you with my leveling guide for Shadowlands pre-patch and hopefully the rest of 9 point whatever. This has been a really fun one to put together because I've just spent the last few months running over different options, joining into different areas, especially with Chromie time. It's been a blast to put together. But I think the most exciting thing was what happened recently with Mephisto and Horde, where they actually validated some of the pathings that I was choosing. And of course, they've since blown my time out of the water. But it's just been a really fun experience to put this video together. And so what I wanted to share with y'all is that this video is designed to be kind of a layman's guide to fast leveling. By that, I mean, for both Horde and Alliance, I was able to get from 10 to 50 in about 7 hours. And if you include Exiles Reach or a starting zone, then you're looking at an additional 30 to 40 minutes if you add that time on together. So under 8 hours, 1 to 50, pretty good time. And I did that without any of the heirloom gear. I did not use experience potions or any kind of benefits that came from the season or anything like that. And I also did not get the epic flying, so I was only going at 150% flying speed. You'll see in the videos that I had heirlooms because that's the only things I had recorded, but I did do the runs without the heirlooms for that time that I was mentioning. If you are interested in really maximizing this leveling process, use Azeroth Autopilot. It's an add-on that Mephisto, the part of the best WoW speedrunner at this time, has been a huge proponent for. He's actually helped to create a lot of the pathing for that. And so if you're looking for some of the faster paths, definitely use Azeroth Autopilot. And with that, let's jump into the video. Now for 1 to 10. The traditional starting zones are still slightly faster than Exiles Reach. However, they are not that much faster, and Exiles Reach is a new unique experience which incorporates, propaganda for your faction, as well as unique class quests, which I feel like we haven't seen in a while. So it's a really fun, unique experience. And it's, I guess to put it in perspective, it took me 27 minutes to get to level 10, and maybe an additional 10 to 15, including all of the roleplay that you have to go through to complete everything in Stormwind or in Orgrimmar, and then be able to go off on your merry way. So that being said, I think, honestly, do Exiles Reach. It's a more fun and unique experience. I would totally recommend it. If you haven't done it, definitely do it. You're going to enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And on the bright side, if you don't do the traditional starting zones, like human starting zone, you can use that later, which I'm going to talk about further on. And while in Exiles Reach, you want to make sure you grab any of the 3 chests that will pop up, as well as any of the 3 rare spawns that appear. Get those, kill them, and you're going to get a lot of bonus experience, which makes hitting level 10 even faster. Alrighty, so 10 to 50 with Horde. What we're going to do is talk to Chromie to enter Chromie time for Warlords of Draenor. From there, you're going to be guided to get to the Dark Portal, do the intro for WoD, get your garrison up, and that'll get you about 5 to 6 levels. From there, we're going to go to Silverpine Forest, and as you're questing through Silverpine Forest, it's really streamlined, really fast. You're going to hit level 20 pretty soon. As soon as you do, make sure you hearth back to Orgrimmar and can get back for War Mode and for your faster land mount. So those 2 things, don't forget to get those done when you hit level 20. After that, you'll go back to Silverpine Forest, finish the area, then go to Hillsbrad Foothills. Same deal. It's pretty streamlined. You'll just go through it. It's a good run. So next, we're going to get back to Orgrimmar to get flying. After that, we're going to go back to Draenor, and this is where I recommended Azeroth Autopilot. It's going to give you a better guide than I did because I kind of jumped between a few different things. It didn't affect the time too much, but it was very helpful overall. So use Azeroth Autopilot. Effectively what you're going to do is you're going to do the main quest line in Frostfire Ridge to beat the ogres, do the 2 bonus objectives that are there with the elementals and the ice stuff, and then the ogres on the east side. Go into Gorgrond, do the intro quest there, do the quest to set up your hub, then it'll take you to Rexxar, do those quests, and Azeroth Autopilot will recommend for you which ones to focus on, which ones not to focus on. From there, we're going to go down into Talador. Same deal. You set up your hub. The main bonus objectives here are the ones with the cats and the burning ent. Then you're going to go further south where you're going to run into the demon one and then the skittish one. And that will actually be the last one because that'll lead you straight into Fires of Iraq, where you'll do the same thing. Set up your hub, do the main quest line, and you'll do a couple bonus objectives, and then you're good. That's it. And you'll be level 50. Now 10 to 50 with Alliance is not so different. So again, you're going to find Chromie, jump into Chromie time and head to Warlords of Draenor, do the intro quest to get your garrison so you can get that Hearthstone. After that, we're going to go back to Stormwind and complete all the quests in the human starting zone, then run down towards Redridge Mountains. On the way to Red Ridge Mountains, there's going to be a wanted poster next to a guard where you need to kill a guy who's going to be in the town right next to you. Go in there, pick up the quest, kill the guy, and then you'll get another quest from him. From there, you're going to turn in both quests and then run into Red Ridge Mountains. From there, you're going to just complete Red Ridge Mountains. And once you complete that, you'll be level 20. You're going to go back to Stormwind, get War Mode on, and then get your faster mount. After we go back to Stormwind, we're going to head to Loch Modan. So you can do this through a portal from a mage, or you can just ride the tram to Ironforge. And so what we're going to do is we're going to run all the way to Loch Modan. And the reason we're running is because we want to go through that first tunnel, and there'll be a quest to go back into Dún Morogh and find out what happened to a pilot. Then get into Loch Modan and just complete all the quests. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too complicated. It's really fast. It's really good. It's a fun place to level. With that, there are bonus little quests that you can find throughout Loch Modan, little journal entries. Here's a picture of them so you can see where all of them are. Make sure to grab those as you're going through. There's one in particular, once you've finished protecting a caravan, you're just going to go directly up a hill and you'll find one of the journal entries. So after you get all that done, you're going to head back to Stormwind, get flying, and then we're going to do the same thing we did with the Horde and go back to Warlords of Draenor. Here you're going to do the main quest lines for Shadowmoon Valley. This is where Azeroth Autopilot is going to be a huge help, because it'll guide you to make sure you're kind of grabbing those last little quests so you're not forgetting little things here and there. But you're going to do the main quest line, a couple bonus objectives, and then you're going to head into Talador, set up your hub, do those bonus objectives, the basic quest line, go up into Gorgrond, get those quest lines done, and then we're going to head back down to Spires of Arak. I actually have done them both ways, gone to Talador and I've gone to Gorgrond. I didn't really see a huge difference in time, and so it doesn't really matter which way you go, but you're going to end up going back down to Spires of Arak to set up that hub, get that bonus experience, and just kind of go through until you're level 50. So now that y'all have the gist of what's going on, I wanted to provide you with tips and some things to keep in mind as you're going through these different zones. First off, when you come across any chest or any rare mob that spawns in the vanilla zones, make sure to kill the mob, make sure to pick up the chest. The mob is worth over half a quest of experience, and the chest is worth at least a quest of experience. So it's good experience, it's worth the time. The next thing is, when you come across mobs that have an exclamation point next to their nameplate, in those zones, in the 4 zones we've talked about, they tend to drop a quest instead of being the focus of a quest, which is kind of odd. So if you see those, kill them. You're almost always going to get a quest from it, and then you can go turn that in, and it's just extra experience while you're going along. Now, the thing that set this guide apart for me from what I've previously done is something that a lot of people don't really like, but I have to mention it because I used it and it worked super well. And that's pet battles in WoD. When you are going through the different zones, you will come across pets, and you can actually track pet battles as a little option by your minimap. As you come across these pet battles, you want to do them. So you want to make sure that if you don't have pets that are level 25, that if you have a main who can do it, level some up really quick. It's not that big of a deal. Just a handful of them would make it totally worth it. And do a little bit of research to find out what pet battles are in which areas. That way you always have a stronger team comp, just to make it even faster. But what I found is when you are doing pet battles, 10 to 19, it's 12 to 14 experience. 20 to 29, it's 9 to 11. 30 to 39, 7 to 8%. And then 40 to 49, 5 to 6% of your total experience per level. And that's only if the pet battles are level 25. So that's why in Warlords of Draenor, this is significant, because you can just run around while you're questing and get into these little pet battles, and you're going to get tons and tons of experience. The most impactful thing is to recognize that the bonus objectives currently provide you with about 10% of your level per bonus objective. Those bonus objectives can take, depending on the difficulty and how familiar you are with them, anywhere between 3 minutes to 10 minutes to complete. A pet battle with a reasonable team comp will take you about 1 to 1.5 minutes. So in the 40 to 49 bracket, where you're getting 5 to 6% per pet battle that you win, you can complete in about 4.5 minutes 3 pet battles, and that's worth a bonus objective and a half while you're running around and questing. So it is completely worth it, and that is actually how I got through my time so quickly, was I utilized pet battles as I was going through. I didn't search them out. When they appeared on my minimap, I went to them and I made sure to do that. A note with that, make sure you kill the mobs in the area around the pet battle. If they can attack you, and it'll actually interrupt the pet battle. Well guys, that's everything I have for this video. Thank you so much for your time. If you come across anything that you feel like is faster or more efficient, or have any questions, please leave your comments below. I'd love to hear about any unique experiences that y'all come across. Also, if you feel like this was helpful at all, please go ahead, like, subscribe. It's a huge help to the channel. Also, if you're interested in staying up to date with what's going on, I also stream on Twitch as well. You can find me. It'll be down in the description below, twitch.tv/FezikGG. I stream Mondays and Fridays for a couple hours in the evening, Central Standard Time. So thank y'all again for sticking around. And remember, there's always fun to be had, gold to be made, and good to be done. I'll see y'all next time. Wow. Really? Wow.